Hello, welcome to this pick a card video. My name is Gabby Turner. I'm glad to have you. And in this reading, we're going to be asking, is your person of interest seeing someone new and or someone else? You know, someone who's not you. So, you know, apply that to your situation as it makes sense for you. Like, so maybe this is someone you've been seeing and you're wondering if they moved on to a new person, or maybe you're even wondering if they moved on to an ex or just someone who's not you. Are they involved with someone other than you? So we've got three options here represented by these goddesses. Option number one is Matt. Option number two is Arianrhod, and option number three is Aeracura. So they'll be listed in the description box with timestamps, so that once you've decided which reading or readings you want to watch, that you feel compelled to watch, you're going to have to tune into your intuition, right? And once you've done that, you can use the timestamps below. They'll be listed with the goddesses' names. Again, number one, Matt. Number two, Arianrhod. And number three, Aeracura. I do also offer personal readings if you want me to tune in specifically and focus on your connection, or if you have other life questions you'd like to ask. I have a comprehensive love connection reading, which is $26, or you can do a 3-question ask about anything reading, also for $26. And I have some other reading options as well, so just check out the links below. Leave a comment if you'd like as well. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, group one, you chose Goddess Matt. She is an excellent goddess. Let me know if you have any knowledge of her, if she's a goddess you've worked with or are interested in. But anyway, she comes from the Egyptian pantheon. Anyway, so let's just ask, for group one, the person they're thinking about, their person of interest, is that person involved with someone other than group one? Have they moved on to someone new or just someone else other than group one? And if so, we're going to find out more about it. If not, we're going to tune into more of your all's connection. So I'm getting a pretty strong no here. All three cards are reversed. So the person you're watching this for, they are not seeing anyone else. With the Judgment card reversed, 5 of Cups reversed, and the Page of Swords reversed, I don't even think that they're really seeing an opening to that. You know, like they have not found closure with Judgment reversed, closure on you. Even the 5 of Cups in reverse kind of gives me that feeling of seeking closure. And Page of Swords. It's almost like they haven't found closure, but they're in a little bit of a no man's land. Let's ask more about this. Yeah, because I think the closure that they're seeking is not about moving on from you anyway. I think that they still feel like there's potential with you. So for them, they're kind of like waiting to see the opportunity to spin the wheel of fortune again with you. Now you are coming through as the Death card, and here this, you know, he's about to cut this rope in half, but they're coming through as the 6 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune is the shared energy between you and this person, the person that you're interested in romantically, that you're watching this for. So it's like you might be looking to move on in a sense, or like maybe you're just fed up, you're like over it, or you're just tired of feeling all of these intense emotions, and you're like, God, I would rather it just be over, and then I wouldn't have to be having this emotional turmoil. Or, you know, like you're more ready to cut and run and just be done with it, I feel like. I think that they feel like things are still going to work out between the two of you. Both of you are looking for change, but you're looking for change in the sense of closure and like letting go, clearing out, a lot more than they are. They're looking for closure, as in this connection can still be successful. So let's clarify more their energy specifically. This Six of Wands. What does that mean for them, that they want an opportunity for this to still succeed? So we have the Page of Wands, which does show, you know, a sort of moving on, or two people contemplating moving on. We have the Nine of Cups and the Six of Cups, which is more reunion energy. So if there's been some sort of space between the two of you, whether it's a pause in communication or a temporary setback between the two of you or something like that, they're definitely seeing that as temporary, right? And they're thinking, okay, this is just a temporary moment, but ultimately things are still going to work out. So they're still seeing their happily ever after with you. They're not carrying the same kind of pessimism or like negative attitude towards it. I do feel, and I'm not saying this with judgment or anything towards you, you know, but you may have very strong reasons to feel negatively towards this, or, you know, to be feeling like there's something toxic about it that you're just like fed up with. They are focused more on the sweetness and the promise, you know, like they're looking for their bread and honey with you. They feel like there are more blessings to come. And I think they are aware that you maybe are needing space right now with this this Eight of Cups, but it's like, I still feel like they don't see that as a final ending. They see it more as like, okay, right now the group one is maybe needing space, or maybe we both need space, but that ultimately will be good for us. Like they're seeing it almost as like fertilizer. If there's a break of some kind going on, or a pause, they're seeing it ultimately as a pause that will yield further growth between the two of you. Yeah, I mean, they're really seeing, what they're seeing is the potential for happiness. Now, you didn't come here for me to tell you what you think and feel, but I am just a little bit curious about this Death card on your end of it. Yeah, to be honest, group one, I feel like you guys are just like, maybe it would be better to start new, Ace of Wands, with a new lover, right? And then we have the Three of Cups. Like, I almost feel like you're just thinking like there has to be a better option out there. That's what I feel like your vibe is. But anyway, both of you are willing to take a risk here, a chance, but they're interested in spinning the wheel and seeing where it lands again, with like a new beginning with you. Okay. What else should we know about this connection? This person is in love with you. I just feel like either you are not open to their love as much anymore because you're coming through as the Hermit card, or you just don't need it. Like maybe you're just like, I can validate myself at this point. I can love myself at this point. I don't really need what this person is bringing to the table. But they do love you, and they do want both to show you their love still and to receive your love, because this central energy is the sun. I just think both of you are looking for your happiness in different directions at this point. They're looking at it being the direction of rebuilding with you, and you're either just wanting to be on your own and or look for a new partner altogether. But I feel from you, group one, like a self-sustaining energy. And you know what's interesting about the goddess Mat? She has like I'm not an expert on Mat, but I do know she has like these rules to live by, like almost like a, you know, check mark on certain virtuous ways of living. And I'm thinking that maybe this person just wasn't checking the boxes that you needed out of a partner. Like, you may be having like a pretty strong, firm checklist of what you expect in someone who you're going to partner with romantically, and you just found this person, or are continuing maybe to find this person so lacking that you're just like, well, you know, sometimes people can change, but I think you may be expecting they're not going to be able to change enough for them to get to where you want them to be. Okay, is there anything else here for group 1 to know about this connection? Yeah, I mean, I think your spirit guides are also acknowledging that you have given this person multiple chances to start again. And that with this 7 of Pentacles reverse on their end, like they have not been giving it the effort or the energy that was necessary for it to actually feel like a fresh start, right? So anyway, your spirit guides are definitely acknowledging that you're very justified in your mindset right now. That you would want like a true fresh start, not just a fresh start with them, but like a fresh start overall. Your spirit guides are like, yeah, of course, you know, like you have given this person opportunity after opportunity to step up to the table and truly put forth the effort necessary. And your spirit guides are also pointing out they have it in them to do that. You know what I mean? Like, they're not lacking the ability. You're not asking them to do something that's impossible, and yet it's like they've been making you do all of the work of this relationship. I mean, the guidance to you is the Tower card and the King of Pentacles. You have a really solid idea of what type of partner you want to be. You want to show up as responsible, reliable, but you're also wanting someone to meet you there and bring the same thing to the table. So it's like, you know, sometimes we can take a building, for example, and the building isn't laid out exactly the way that we would want. Maybe the location is good or something, just for an extended metaphor here. And we can renovate, right? Like, well, I'll knock down that wall and, you know, build a new wall here, or, you know, I can do these things to renovate the building. But like, if the bare bones of the building don't provide you with the framework to create what you really want, then you can't do it that way. You would have to just knock the whole thing down and start from scratch. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is something that you're already at a place of acknowledging at this point. Like, can this person change? You know, like, this is a Chrysler Pacifica that I'm sitting in. Like, there's nothing I can do to make this into a Porsche. Yeah, I can make this a better Chrysler Pacifica, but I can't make it into a better Porsche, or I can't make it into a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? I could change out the engine. I mean, I could do different things, but it wouldn't be what I'm wanting. And what's sad about your case is that the things that you're asking this person to do, though, they could do, and yet they're not. And they've been given multiple chances to do it. So it's like they are a Porsche, and you're wanting the Porsche to be like upgraded or something, but they're resistant to that. They, you know, and on their end, I think they have a lot of confidence that, like, well, I'm already good enough. You know, like, why would you want me to be better? I'm already good enough. But like, you know, they do really love you. I will say that for them. But you are knowing what you want in a partner. This person is not going to be adapting themselves to that. So anyways, I think you already know what you need to know. Like, to me, with this mat card as well, it does tell me that you have a lot of clarity over what you want and what you don't want. And I think it's just about being true to that, you know. All right, Group 1, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, Group 2, you chose Goddess Arianrhod. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be finding out if the person that you're watching this for, your romantic person of interest, are they seeing someone new and or someone different from you? Are they seeing somebody else that's not you, basically? So, getting a good shuffle here. Is the person Group 2 is watching this for, are they seeing someone other than Group 2? Okay, so I do get more of a yes. So I think that there is some involvement with someone else. I have most cards upright here. The person you're watching this for is represented by the Temperance card reversed. Their shared energy with this person that they're involved with is the Seven of Wands, and then the person themselves is the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, I do feel they are involved with someone or seeing someone, but I feel like it's not what they want, because Temperance reversed is like, this is not the blessing that I'm looking for. Yeah. Okay, so I'm clearing their energy with that Temperance card specifically. I get the Two of Pentacles. You see how like the Two of Pentacles and the Temperance are similar. There's a balance here, but the Two of Pentacles is about scarcity. It's like we're barely getting what we want. And so that confirmed my feeling there. This person doesn't feel like they're getting what they want out of this situation. And I think they almost might see this person as having a focus on something else that's not them. Like either they're left alone a lot with their thoughts, is what this Moon card is giving me. You know, maybe they're together in certain contexts sometimes, but there still seems to be a lot of distance or a lot of space between the two of them. We have the Lovers card. I mean, I do feel like they are fond of this person, but it's not what they were hoping it to be, or it's not what they're hoping to get out of a romantic relationship to begin with. Now the person that they're involved with is showing up as the Knight of Pentacles, so let me find out more about that. So this is the original card that the person they're seeing now showed up with. Knight of Pentacles. We have Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and the High Priestess, clarifying that. I feel like this person has hidden motives or hidden feelings. And I think that your person is picking up on that as well. And it's kind of like, are you really here for me? Are you here because I'm a placeholder for you, so that you can get to where you're wanting to get? That's just what it feels like to me. And then the mutual energy between the two of them is the Seven of Wands. I feel like this person that they are seeing is not totally opening themselves up or giving themselves to the connection or the relationship, and your person feels like their needs are not being entirely met. So that's the dynamic I'm picking up between the two of them. Let's see if there's anything else about the two of them that we need to know, and then we'll move on to your energy with the person that you're watching this for and see what that's looking like. Anything else to know about? You know what's interesting? I do feel like there's a sort of ping pong energy between the two of them, because I think they might both be seeing the other person as like, are you here for the right reasons? Or are you here just for your own benefit? So I don't know. I mean, basically they're both questioning each other's motives right now. I think they're both having sort of like low-key trust issues. Low-key, are you committed issues. They're both questioning the other's commitment. And yet at the same time, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which shows that there has been like a significant investment, I think, of time here and or energy. They may have even like met each other's families or something with the Ten of Cups plus the Chariot card, which has to do with the sign of Cancer, which relates to family. They could have gone to visit each other's families even. Like there's been some sort of serious commitment of energy and time here. This isn't like a, oh, we're just dating or just talking. Like there have been some like, you know, they've been acting like a serious couple, I feel like. And yet both of them are having trust issues. There's just a sort of uncertainty in the air of like, are you going to be sticking around with me forever? Or is this just momentary? I mean, they both know that they like each other with this Two of Wands. But they also both feel like the other one is not laying all their cards on the table and saying exactly all of their thoughts and feelings. It's like they go to sleep at night feeling a kind of interesting mix of like, okay, I do feel some sense of stability. Like I don't think it's just going to be, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it'll suddenly be over. But they have this almost like nagging feeling of maybe they won't be with me forever. And I don't really know why. It's almost like they both have a nagging feeling like that is not the end goal destiny of this relationship, for it to last forever. I think basically they're both trying to make the most of it for what it is now. However, but they do both have that idea that this is just now and this is likely not for forever. Yeah, both of them are not really expecting this to go the distance. Okay. Let's see what else here. To be honest, they may have even communicated that to each other at a certain level. Like, I'm not sure if I'm totally ready to settle down. It's like the truth has been hinted at on both sides of, I'm not really sure if I'm ready to settle down. I'm not really sure exactly what I want out of life. I'm not really sure exactly what I want out of a partner, but I do like you. I do like being with you. So yeah, there has been some level of uncertainty which has been spoken aloud, but it's making both of them feel like, well, maybe there's more uncertainty or more hidden thoughts and feelings that are not being openly expressed. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but just giving you a thorough insight into what I feel is going on with these two. They do really like each other. I would say like the base of this relationship or whatever, this dynamic between the two of them is they're friends first. And so, you know, they're not trying to put a whole lot of pressure on it. It's just like, let's enjoy it for what it is. Let's enjoy it for as long as it does last. We don't have to put so much pressure or expect it to be the end-all, be-all relationship. Okay, so let's switch over to their energy towards you and just see what that energy is like currently. Currently, how is this person's energy directed towards group 2? So they're coming through as the 3 of Wands. They're seeing you as the 7 of Wands, and then the shared energy is the Queen of Swords. So, I mean, the Queen of Swords is the shared energy. We'll start there. It does show that they're like respecting your boundaries, and they feel that you are respecting their boundaries as well. I think that they do feel, though, that both of you are kind of interested in each other's future. You know, just like you're like wondering what's going to happen with them, they're also like, oh, what's going to happen with group 2 in their future? You know, like, what does the future hold for group 2? There's a mutual interest in what is the future going to hold for that person. Where's their life headed? Their energy towards you is a 3 of Wands. I feel like they are kind of like playing out in their head. They're wondering like, what are the possibilities for the two of us to still end up together? I wouldn't say that they feel like over the top hopeful and optimistic that it's going to work out between themselves and you. But they still feel like there's maybe, it's like, well, maybe life will provide an opening at some point and the two of us will end up together or get back together or whatever the case may be. Maybe we'll find our way back to each other, basically. They feel like it's still possible, right? They do think a lot about how things came to be the way that they are now. And also, like, what choices do I need to make in the present in order to allow for the possibility of group 2 coming back into my life? Why do they want that with you? I'm just curious. Not because you're not wonderful, but I'm just like wondering, like, if they're already involved with someone else, like, what is it that gives them this mindset? Like, what? I think part of what like still gives them hope there is because they feel that you haven't found the one yet. So they seem to have some awareness of what's going on in your life. We have this lock here, and the Hanged Man is you being in stasis, like not really finding that person. And I'm being drawn to the broom here. Most versions of the Hanged Man don't have a broom, and normally don't notice that. But like, you know, like the broom jumping ceremony, it's like a wedding ceremony or something. Like, I feel like they feel, maybe, I don't know, they feel like maybe you haven't made that lifelong commitment with anyone, or something. And so that's what makes them still feel like it's hopeful to be with you, because they're like, if group 2 wanted that, they would have it. Like, if they wanted to settle down and be married to someone, they would have it, because they're seeing you as this 6 of Wands. Like, if group 2, I don't know if I accidentally called you group 1, but I'm recording for all of them in this video, so I might have called you the wrong thing. But group 2, they're attractive, they're, you know, confident, they've got a lot going for them. In other words, they just feel like, it's like a part of them is wondering, like, maybe, whether they realize it or not, maybe group 2 is out there just waiting for me. It's making me think of the Fievel movie. I think it's called An American Tale, where there's both singing both looking up at the moon from different locations, and they're like, somewhere out there. I don't know. I don't know, but they had this feeling like neither of you have completely severed your ties to each other, and that somehow or other that means that the door is still open. I will say, though, that there have been times when this person has felt really upset with you, like really hurt. And I feel like they may have, in certain moments throughout the time that they've known you, there have been times when they did kind of want it to just be all over. It's almost like they were sick of it, because they felt like they tried with you. They felt that they really tried with you, and that you just weren't accepting them. I think now they're just wondering, like, well, maybe it wasn't that they weren't accepting me. Maybe they just weren't really ready for that serious of a relationship or something. So why is a part of them still holding out for you and trying to sort of make space for that potential of you in their life? I mean, I feel like they just feel like the two of you are like family to each other, or like they can see themselves having a family with you in a way that they don't necessarily see with other people. And to be honest, they like, even though it has really hurt them and made them feel almost very like it makes me want to throw up, you know, like this person has been so contentious towards you at certain moments because they felt so rejected and it hurt them so badly. Like, I'm feeling like hot tears. You know how when you cry and you're just like, your tears are almost hot because you're just like, it's angry crying. Like, I'm, you know, like this person has had these emotions towards you. I forgot what I was saying here. Despite the fact that you have really put them in their feelings like that at certain moments throughout the years, it feels like years to me that you all have known each other, but they also kind of like the fact that you're hard to get. They like the chase. They like that you're hard to get. They feel like you're a real prize. Anything else that group 2 should know about this connection? I'm getting a no. So that's it. I hope that was helpful and insightful. Maybe give you some insights that you didn't already have. I always like to say you want to look in a reading for some sort of confirmation, like that the reading is picking up on things that you do know to be true, and then adding a little bit more on top of that, right? So that, okay, the reading is saying things that I do know to be true, so it seems like they're picking up on that energy and maybe perhaps offering me more insight beyond. You know what I'm saying? You want both of those things to be happening so that you can feel more of a confirmation that the reading is really for you. So anyways, I hope it helped. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Alright, group 3, you chose Goddess Aeracura. Let's get into your reading and see if the person, your romantic person of interest, are they seeing someone else other than you? Are they seeing someone else other than you? Wow, I do get a yes, but this person is not over you. So their energy is the Ace of Swords reversed. The shared energy with them and this person is the Knight of Swords, and the person they're involved with is the Lover's card. So the person they're involved with is kind of all in with that Lover's card. Like, they're not having any doubts. I think this person is very happy with things, the way that things are going with the person that you're watching this for. But your person here, Ace of Swords, you see how they're focused away from this third party. And to me, that's like they're still looking back towards you. Ace of Swords reverse is like showing doubt. Upright, the Ace of Swords is showing certainty and clarity, and it's in reverse, so they're showing doubt about their choices. They're looking backwards, I think, at you. And we'll find more about that. But first, I would also like to say, with the Knight of Swords as the shared energy, there is something about their dynamic with this third party that's like clarified by the Seven of Wands. Like, there is a sort of holding each other from a distance, and I guess that works more for the third party than it does maybe for them. I'm trying to understand what this is. I feel like it could be like an open relationship type of situation. There's something sort of open-ended here. But in any case, it works. It works for, I mean, the person that they're involved with, this third party, they're loving what they have with the person you're watching this about. They couldn't be happier, right? Like, this works for me. This is amazing. I really like this person. I love this dynamic. What is it about the person you're watching this for? Why are they... Part of it is because they're looking backwards towards you. They're thinking about you, but why is it? What is their hang up? I mean, your person actually, I think that they may be realizing that this is kind of going the way towards a more serious relationship. And that's what their problem is. They're having a little bit of cold feet. It's not that they're unhappy with the person. It's that they're having cold feet. Like, they can see that it might be headed towards marriage. And they're not sure about that. I think in particular, they're not sure about the financial aspects of a marriage. So I don't know if this is someone who's been divorced before, maybe divorced from you or divorced from someone else. Like, it feels like they're sort of hesitant to legally commit themselves to a person because they know how difficult it can be to sort of unpack things financially if it doesn't work out. And yet at the same time, they definitely see that things might be moving in that direction. Okay, so what is this person's energy towards my group 3 viewers? So your person of interest, your romantic interest here, what are they thinking about you, group 3? I mean, they're still feeling that attraction and chemistry to you. Their energy is the Two of Wands. The shared energy is the world. Like, they think the world of you. And I think that's mutual, because this is the shared energy. So you must think the world of them as well. You're coming through as the Page of Pentacles. To me, it's sort of like you know, you have positive energy towards them, but I think you're also approaching your life in a very practical manner right now. So like your energy is focused on what you know is going to work for you, or what you feel pretty certain is going to work out for you. That's what you're going to put your energy towards. So for some of you, maybe you think that that's this person. But I think for a lot of you, it might be that you're just kind of focused on building your life in other ways. You know, apply it as it will. But anyway, you're very practical right now as your approach to life. And I think you have a lot of respect and a lot of kindness towards this person. But you're kind of also, with the Hermit card, like focused on your own life. Doesn't mean you don't think about them and send positive energy their way or whatever, but like you're focused on you. But yeah, they're still feeling the attraction and the sort of magnetic pull to you quite a bit. I would say they're kind of idealizing you, and it may be that part of the reason they're idealizing you so much is because they have cold feet about this other person that they're involved with. You know, it's not that I mean, you're an attractive person to them, generally speaking, but I think the reason it's on their mind more so right now is because they're having cold feet about this other situation. So it's like easier to kind of like focus their mind and their emotional energy on you, idealizing you, and like all that could have been with group 3, you know, like if I didn't do this and if I didn't do that. Because I think that they do feel like maybe they, with this 10 of Swords reversed, like that they may have been the one to cause it to end with you, or that they could have caused you pain or something, but they're like, man, what could have been with group 3? And I think they like to engage in these fantasies too, like what if I just showed up out of nowhere in group 3's life? They think it would kind of take you by surprise. But they also think that you might consider them, that you still haven't, you know, that you would still be open to the possibility of being with them if they did show up on your doorstep. They feel like you might be willing to give them a chance. And it's not that they think that being with you wouldn't require hard work. You know, it's not like they're like, okay, being with group 3 means it's a cop-out relationship versus this third party where things are, you know, there are heavier expectations, because they're showing up towards you as the 10 of Wands. So they're definitely willing to put in hard work. If they were to show up back in your life, they know that they would be willing to put in the hard work, relationship wise. And they would want it to last. I think they may, you know, and this doesn't mean that it's true. It could be just paranoia on their part, but I think that they feel maybe that the person they're currently seeing might be more interested in their money, or how they could like financially benefit from them, or something like that. Benefit from them in some way. Whereas they don't necessarily see you, as interested in that. And it's not that they don't want to provide for this other person. I think what bothers them is just the intention. That there could even be an intention at all to like, I'm in it for how it benefits me financially, hurts this person's feelings, the person you're watching this for, because they're just like, well, I want to be truly loved, and how do I know if I'm being loved for sure if this is what's going on? They seem to feel more certain that the love from you would be genuine. And again, this could be just, I don't know, projection or them running from their current situation in some way, but they're definitely putting you on a pedestal right now. So anyway, I mean, I think mostly like they like engaging in these fantasies of reconnecting with you. I don't know if they're actually going to carry any of that out. Because they're not, I mean, yeah, they think that you might give them a chance, but I think they're not totally sure because they almost feel like maybe you've figured out how to be satisfied in your own life, either solo or just separately from them. And it's almost like in a way they want to respect that and be like, well, group 3, they found their equilibrium, you know, like they're doing okay, they're taking care of themselves, so maybe I shouldn't even like break down their door, you know, because they do feel like they would be causing a lot of like it would throw you off, you know. So they're like, well, group 3 is in a real balanced place right now. Wouldn't it be kind of selfish for me to jump in and like cause them this like unexpected re-entry into their life when they are actually pretty grounded right now? I could just let them remain grounded and like, you know, not come in and cause all of this chaos. All right, what's the guidance for my group 3 folks? Guidance here today. What's the guidance for you all about this connection? So I think the takeaway here is that there is a lot of positivity and love. Like, you know, this person really wants the best for you, and that's why, a big part of why they would hold themselves back from you. They also really idealize you. They want you to be happy. Yeah, they like to fantasize about jumping back into your life, but they also are like kind of feeling like they would actually reduce your level of happiness rather than adding to it. And they're like, I don't want to do that to you, you know, group 3, like, I'm rooting for you. This person's really rooting for you. I feel like that's the takeaway. So the guidance is kind of just like to, like, you know, see that and be like, oh wow, it's nice that this person really cares about me enough to root me on, and that they don't want to F my life up. You know, that's great. Because yeah, again, you're coming back as this Page of Pentacles, like you're putting one foot in front of the other. You are very grounded right now. And anywho, I hope that reading was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.